In the next few minutes, we want to introduce you to the North Carolina Air National Guard's Composite Support Facility. Our purpose is to provide you an excellent environment in which to conduct operational training. Already, the site has hosted numerous Air Force, Army, and Marine training exercises. Here there's ample room to build temporary shelters and other facilities that might be used in wartime as well as other peacetime disaster contingencies. It's an environment that is free of many restrictions associated with urban locations, yet it's easily accessible by air and ground transportation.
Now once you load, we're all gonna stand right here, and once you guys get it all done, you need to look for me. I'm gonna give you the thumbs up, and you're all gonna go and exit out together, bending over at the waist. I wanna see this right here as you're coming out. You should be as low as you possibly can as you're coming out, just like that.
This is an upgrading of the facilities that have taken a long time, and it all points to better safety for the aviation industry. Civilian users as well. We now have an ILS here. We're gonna have a mobile microwave landing system. We've lengthened the runways and strengthened the runways and all of those things, and all of that means that it's a better, safer facility to use, and that is so very important in a training environment and where you have both corporate and civilian people use.
Several years ago, the site acquired its first temporary control tower and began working with FAA officials on plans for a permanent one. We anticipate this state-of-the-art air control facility to be up and operational in June of 2001. FAA Coordinator Jeff Solomon talks about the close relationship that has developed between the North Carolina Air National Guard and his agency.
Not only do we work close with the Guard on just operations here at the airport, but also operations at other facilities. I was very actively involved in the development of the Palestine drop zone at the Stanley County Airport. We developed that route from nothing, and worked closely with Gary Boyd and other officers of the Guard to develop a route that would serve our needs, that would not interfere with our operation, and would still meet the Guard mission requirements.
Air Force Special Operations has chosen this site as a staging area for several of its exercises. Besides a control tower and fire station, there's plenty of modern workspace and meeting rooms available at the site. Located 45 miles northeast of Charlotte, this site is less than 35 minutes flying time from Pope, Shaw, and Charleston Air Force bases, as well as Army airfields at Fort Bragg and Fort Jackson.
11:45, I want them out the airplane.
The facility features a 5,500-foot runway that is 100 feet wide, more than adequate to handle C-130s or larger aircraft. On the other side of the runway, we've built a regional training site for civil engineers and other support group functions. This area is a direct response to a critical need. At the present time, nearly 50% of all Air Force civil engineers come from the Guard and Reserve. With an increased emphasis on having rapidly deployable forces, you can see how important it is to have a place to practice working with heavy equipment. Air transport, close at hand, also makes the training more true to life. Again, the idea is to provide a bare base environment that will be as realistic as possible. Here, engineers practice rapid runway repair, portable runway lighting, and much more. All of these assets are expensive, and most Guard and Reserve units cannot afford them all. And even if they did, many local restrictions would impede their use. By consolidating resources in such regional centers, more engineers can be trained in a shorter period of time.
Well, we were talking the other day, we were talking about the opportunity to self-pace train at this site, and I think that's probably the one single most among many options or benefits that we have at a site like this, but the ability to self-pace your training is extremely valuable. Once again, I would say and highly recommend that this kind of training is very complementary to the formal field training we get at places like Silver Flag. By and large, when we're all done here and so on and so forth and we go home, I expect that the level of competence, self-reliance, and pride is going to be immeasurably added to in each and every one of the individuals we've brought here.
In addition, the Stanley County facility provides low-level IFR and VFR training to a host of users, including C-17s, Rotary, Marine, and Special Forces aircraft. Here they can take advantage of our mobile microwave landing system, C-130 approved short field runway, and an adjacent drop zone. Our site is located at the boundaries of Charlotte and Greensboro's Class B airspace. The opportunity to train air crews, ground personnel, and airspace managers is unparalleled. Finally, the region is very temperate, so training can easily and comfortably be conducted year-round. We hope that we've perked your interest in using this outstanding facility. We enjoy the full support of the Stanley County Airport Authority and the FAA. There's plenty of space, few restrictions, and communications are no problem, which makes this an ideal location for new or emerging missions, such as air traffic control and radar approach control. Then when you consider North Carolina's traditionally strong and well-documented record of having a wonderful recruiting base from which to draw, we think you'll conclude that the Stanley County Support Facility is your best choice.